Well, just now I picked up some old axe heads from a secondhand store, kind of a thrift store, pawn shop, used tool dealer that I know in town. And he mentioned that he had all these old axe heads over a year and a half ago. In fact, it was last winter. He said they were all buried in the snow and it would be difficult for him to get them. So I've been kind of bugging him for a year and a half or so. And finally I got a call today that he got these old axe heads, brought them into his store. And this is the first time I've actually really looked at these axe heads. And as many of you know, I have kind of a thing for old axes and have refinished many of them. Let's see what we have here. That still has some parts of the old axe handle. That's a very old piece there. Another old piece. They're very badly rusted, but much of this is just surface rust, and I have found that given enough care and attention, I can have these things shining so that you can see your reflection in the face of these axe heads. This is quite a lot here. There's still more in there. My goodness, they're very wet still, and in fact, there's a lot of water in the bottom. Oh, look at this little guy here. My goodness. Well, that's quite a bunch of axes, or axe and hatchet heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in total. You're never going to guess how much I paid for these. All of these came to $12. $12. We'll see what we're able to put together with these. I'll try to keep you posted along the way as I decide to tackle this refinishing process. I've got another couple of axe heads actually that I haven't tackled in quite a while. I've had these other heads kicking around over here. One of my hand tool shelves here. We've got this guy here. That's an old one. And I have yet more around the shop in here. Oh, there they are. They're under here in the recycling bin. Okay, this guy here. A couple of more. Not all of these are going to be great candidates for refinishing. It really does depend on the quality of the steel to help me determine how much time and effort I'm going to put into these. But I apologize for the untidiness of my workbench here. My shop was flooded, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. You can see here, this building here is 230 years old. And there's an in-law apartment unrented above my shop up here, and in the kitchen one of the plumbing fittings parted, and there was a couple of days that went by when I wasn't even in the shop. I came in to grab something and it was raining indoors here. It was a mess, so things are moved around and really quite a mess, but nevertheless, you can see over here a bunch of books that have been damaged. My drum sander, the rheostat that controls the conveyor belt, failed as a result of the water damage. The furnace that heats the barn works when it wants to, but I'll tell you, some of the tools that still work perfectly fine are my old planes. They work great, and you know, my hammers and squares and hand saws and clamps and all that stuff. And this wasn't really intended to be a tour of the shop, but got some other projects going on right now. This is a ladder to access the loft at the cabin, the off-grid cabin that we're working on. So many of you have been following some of the progress that we've been making up north on that project, and I figured it would be appropriate to use some raw timbers. Just grab some logs or cut down some small trees, and to make a nice old-fashioned ladder to access the loft at the cabin. And so this is what it's going to look like. We're still shaving all the bark off, but I think that'll be kind of cool. Been using the Plum Victory hatchet, which has got a razor edge on it. This hatchet head looked not much unlike some of those other axe heads that I just showed you before I actually refinished it, and it's got some really nice character, and the steel quality is unbelievable. The edge on that certainly could shave with it if need be. But back to the hatchets and axes. I'll take you along for the ride, and we'll see what we come up with. Maybe we can get a few really nice pieces out of this. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate giving me the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel, and tell your friends. Got a lot of projects going on right now. We're going to try to get as much video for you as possible. Take care.